inform you on texting while driving. I have reasons why people text and drive, some statistics, and what ways to stop texting and driving. Why do people text and drive? People who feel that text cannot wait, or they need to send a text right away. The person feels the receiver of the text will get mad if he or she does not text back. This is very common in relationships. Also, one may not know the consequences that come with texting and driving. People are often in a hurry to give information and keep people up to date. They believe that there is too small of a chance of them to get hurt, and they do it to show off. People are bored when they drive, so they send a text or make a call. They send messages to tell people if they are late or early, and believe the text message is more important than their safety. Some interesting statistics of texting while driving are that texting while driving makes a driver 23% more likely to crash. Also, drivers talking on their cell phones are 4 times likely to have an accident. Texting on a cell phone while driving can make a young driver's reaction as slow as a 7-year-old. Answering a text while takes away your attention for about 5 seconds. This is enough time to travel the length of a football field, traveling only at 55 miles per hour. Studies have found that texting while driving causes a 400% increase of time spent of eyes off the road. 94% of drivers support the ban of texting, while only 74% of drivers ban handheld cell phone use. According to research from the University of North Texas Health Science Center in Fort Worth, texting behind the wheel accounted for 16,141 deaths between 2002 and 2007. The percent of traffic deaths caused by the distracted drivers rose 11% in 1999 and 16% in 2008. Distracted drivers' crashes are more common in urban areas. Overall, 40% of all crashes happened in urban areas in 2008, and up from 33% a decade earlier. Only 1/3 of Americans had a cell phone in 1999. In 2008, 91% of us did. Texting is on the rise. Up from 9.8 billion messages in the month of December of 2005 to 104 billion texts in December of 2008. Another thing that happens when a driver is texting is the mind would be on the message and not that they are reading or writing. This is, of course, prevents the driver from quickly in a situation on the road because he or she is thinking about the message. Cars and Drivers magazine conducted a study in which the drivers of vehicles would actually read it or type a text message while driving. The study focused on the driver's reaction time on a light mounted on the windshield at eye level meant to simulate brake car lights. The test was conducted on an old airplane runway, away from pedestrians, traffic, and real-life conditions. The passenger would trigger the light that the driver was instructed to brake every time he saw the red light. While reading a text driving 35 miles an hour, the driver's average baseline reaction was 0.5 seconds, nearly triple from 1.4 seconds. While texting, his response time was 1.36 seconds. These figures correspond to an extra 45 to 41 feet, respectively, before hitting the brakes. Think what could happen in 41 to 45 feet while not paying attention. According to the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, texting while driving kills 11 teens each day. An AAA poll, 94% of teens call texting while driving a serious threat, but only 35% admit of doing it. 11% of drivers ages 15 and 19 involved in fatal crashes were reported to be distracted. 21% of distracted drivers involved in fatal accidents were distracted by cell phones. Teens drivers were 4 times more likely than adults to get in the car crash or near car crash when talking or texting on a cell phone. Teens driver riding with another passenger is a risk to be involved in a fatal crash. With 2 or more passengers, the fatal accident is 5 times more likely. 46% of drivers under 18 admit of texting and driving. Over 60% of American teens admit of risky driving, or nearly half of those admit of texting behind the wheel. 15 to 19-year-old make up a large population of distracted drivers behind the wheels. Ways to stop texting. Store your phone in a glove box or trunk, as they say, out of sight, out of mind. Use an X or hashtag X to signal that you are driving. By ending a conversation with the X or tweeting hashtag X, you just told your friends and family at this time to stop messaging and start driving. Train them to know that signal. Give your phone to someone else. If you are driving with others, let them help you focus on the road. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb mode, face down in the passenger seat. This is what I like to do. I'll silence my iPhone and put it face down so I won't see the screen. Then I turn on some good music and just drive. Draw X on your thumbs. That might be a little extreme, but it is a visual reminder to stop texting while driving. Let technology help you. AT&T Drive Mode is an app that blocks texting while driving and lets others know that you're on the road. Yahoo has a rundown of other good apps.